if you've been thinking about applying for a job and you don't meet all the criteria, this video is for you. um, it's very simple, right? I'm a manager, and sometimes I will write a job description and it's the ideal candidate. Now, more often than not, there's a caveat at the bottom that we don't expect everyone to be all the way there, right? Like, we're not looking for unicorns. And then imagine that other leaders and managers are the same thing. I like to think about it from different facets. As if I'm applying for a job and I don't meet all the criteria, number one is I know in the back of my mind there's a high likelihood that, even though I may not meet all the criteria, if I come prepared and show where I am versus where I would need to be, that might get me in the door. So that's one thing to think about. The other thing, on the other hand, is like, understanding and going through interview processes for a job that may be a dream job or a job that you'd want to go into, but you don't have the criteria. It shows you where that gap is, and that after you've gone through that interview process, they can say, hey, here are some things that we were looking for. And then you can even take that back and use it as a feedback in your day to day and work towards those things so that you can then be ready for that job. Right? So, just different things to think about. There's no harm done, because most of the times when job descriptions are put up, it's an ideal candidate who's crushing it. But most of the time, they're open to having someone grow into that role. So as long as you can show where you are today and where you could be in the next 3, 6, 9 months, then that's sometimes perfectly fine. But a lot of the times, as I said, more for you as an employee or looking for that job, it shows you where you could be and like the gaps that you need to cover. And I always think that's the best thing because we can always grow.